I was not nervous about the surgery at all. Like, at all. No parts of me cares about the surgery. However, what I was, oh God, I was scared shitless about was the IV. I am terrified of needles. Like, I have a lot of tattoos.
Yes, and piercings.
But when it comes to medical needles, fuck that. Like, I cannot, just the idea of them freak me out.
You're getting antsy over there.
I am. I'm so, just the idea of it, it freaks me out so bad. So when I tore my ACL. What?
You're so antsy. Just
I don't like
down.
it. It's making me sweat. So anyway, I tore the ACL and I had a hunch. Like, I knew what happened. I was pretty sure what happened. I heard a pop. It wasn't good. So, but a couple days later, I found out, we did the MRI and we figured out exactly what it was that happened. And at that moment, I knew I was going to have surgery. From that moment, I started researching on YouTube hypnosis videos on how to
cope with.
Yeah, get rid of your fear of needles. And every single night, I think it took about, I don't remember. It was like 2 weeks. It was like a little over 2 weeks to get into the surgery. And so every single night, I listened to this hypnosis thing and went to bed listening to this hypnosis to get over my fear of needles.
Did it help?
Okay, I think it did. I think if anybody was in that room, and the person to ask would be my dad, because he was in the room. I think if anybody was in the room, they'd think I was a big old pussy. Like, they'd probably laugh and think I was a big old pussy, because I was, I didn't probably handle it well. But I came out of there thinking that it went better than expected. They had to poke me twice. I took it. No big deal. So, like, I thought I did pretty good. So I'm going to say that it helped.
Okay.
And the reason I'm going to tell you that it helped is because of this. So before the surgery, all right, so you have to go and get like blood work done and stuff like days before.
Yeah.
To make sure that they don't give you anything like you're allergic to or whatever. All right. Yeah. So blood work, needles, not good. Hadn't been prepared for this. So I go in there. I'd probably listened to the video once by this point, so I'm not ready. So I go in there, and the nurse and another nurse, they had to bring another nurse in to try to hold me down because I wasn't going to have it. Like, she was trying to poke me with a needle while I'm, like, lifting her up. So they bring in another nurse, and now I'm lifting them both up. Like, it's not happening. So then I had to do, like, a walk of shame because they didn't get blood out of me. Like, they did not get that needle near me. Like, I was going to fight the whole hospital or something.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. So I had to walk with the nurse all the way to the other end of the hospital. And I don't even know what this is called, but this is where the lab was. And so I had to sit in a room with like the lab technician and trying to explain to him how I'm like a big old pussy. And so I got him talked into pricking my finger and then just milking the crap out of my finger for enough blood. Yeah. So,
are you kidding me?
That's your man, baby.
You're serious?
I'm dead serious. That's how they got blood. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And how about the needle that they stuck in your knee?
Okay. So we're going to keep going on this story. I feel like I don't want to, like, I feel like I'm overtelling the story.
No, keep going.
All right. So all that shit gets done, right? So I go in. Now we're going to go back to the day of the surgery. All right. So I'm back there and, you know, they poked me once. I don't even remember where they poked me, but they poked me once. Didn't work. So then they poked me again. They got the IV in. I thought I handled it pretty good. You know, I didn't pass out. Like, I only squirmed a minimal amount. I didn't scream. It only took the one nurse to do it. So I'm pretty happy with these videos. All right, so then they tell me about this nerve block thing, all right? they're telling me about this nerve block, and they're telling me that it involves a long needle, and they can't give it to me while I'm out. This doesn't make any sense to me, doctor people. But they have to give it to me while I'm still awake. Doesn't make any sense because it's to deaden like all the nerves in that leg. It's supposed to help with like healing. This is what they told me. Anyway, so they really, I wasn't going to do it. Like, I'm like, I don't want to get jabbed any more than I have to. So fuck you. Like, but I'm just thinking, why can't you give it like just
when I'm sleeping?
Fuck yeah, you're already going to cut me open.
Right.
Just put whatever. But apparently I needed to be awake for whatever non-explained reason. So, all right. But I have the IV in. They said they could give me some sort of like sedative or something. I'm like, fuck yeah, load me up with as much whatever you can. So they do. All right. So I'm looking away. They bring in a
cart.
Yeah, that's got a what do you do with pregnant women? Where you like rub it on their belly.
Iodine?
No, it's like an X-ray thing in their belly.
An ultrasound.
An ultrasound. They bring in an ultrasound machine. Okay, because this long ass needle cannot hit certain areas and like can't hit certain nerves because it'll like fuck you all up. So they're watching a needle go into my leg. All right. So I am not even going to look at this shit, right? So I'm like over at the side while I don't even see the needle. Now Dad tells me how long this needle is later. And I'm like, man, like I'm going to exaggerate probably a little bit. Something like this is what he shows me. And if I'd have seen that, fuck no. Fuck no, Doc. Just cut it off.
Are you serious?
If you'd have seen a needle like that they're going to jab into you?
I mean, I have. I've had the epidural.
Oh, whatever.
So,
anyway, this is my story.
I have.
Anyway, so.
It's my story. Let me tell it.
So, I'm still not, I don't really know. I don't know how big the needle is. Like, I'm thinking something like that. Like, that's huge to me. Not fucking 10 inches.
Right.
So, oh, God. When they put that sucker in my knee, or my leg, fuck. There I squirmed. There I probably did squirm, which you're not supposed to do, because that's when they...
Yeah.
So there they probably had to hold me a little bit, but that bitch hurt. That bitch hurt. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
Worst part of the surgery was that nerve block. I don't recommend that to anyone. It didn't work.
Right.
Like my whole leg was, my whole bottom half of my body, I think, what they told me was supposed to be like dead.
I bet it's like an epidural.
Yeah, but they told me it was going to be dead for like the next like 48 hours. Dude, I felt everything as soon as I woke up from surgery.
Right. Huh, that's so weird.
I could walk on, it didn't work. A lot of pain didn't work. But
it wasn't an
hypnosis videos, they helped.
Right.